9 Signs of a Senior Life's Final Chapter Before They Die. A compassionate guide for caregivers. The subtle whispers of the body. Imagine sitting beside someone you love deeply. Maybe your mom, dad, or grandparent. A pillar in your life. Outside, leaves turn golden. Fall scent drifts in. You hold a steaming coffee, but they don't reach for theirs. Their eyes look heavy, voice soft, stillness different. You think they're just tired, but a quiet voice wonders if it's more. Aging sneaks up slowly, then hits fast. When they eat less, sleep more, or seem far away, it's easy to say it's just age. But sometimes it's their body whispering it's slowing down. Talking about this is hard. No one wants to imagine losing someone. If you're here, you've seen changes and want to understand. You're not alone. Millions in the US walk this path, feeling love, worry, confusion. Noticing signs isn't giving up. It's making every day count. This guide covers 9 signs they might be in their final year. We'll use science to explain, stories from real, families to connect, and tips to help you feel ready. You'll meet people from Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, who've been where you are. Their tales might make you cry or smile, reminding you this is a shared journey. Let's start. Grab that coffee, settle in, talk about what's happening. This is about love, connection, honoring life's flow. You've got this. Loss of interest in food, when the table feels empty. Recognizing the sign, it starts quietly. They used to heap mashed potatoes or ask for more apple pie, but now they pick at food. They skip breakfast, push lunch aside, say they're not hungry, even for favorites like BBQ ribs or cornbread. It's not fussiness. Their body hints it doesn't need much food. Cheeks hollow, clothes hang loose. They wince, swallowing. They stare at their plate, puzzled. You cook a big meal, set it down smiling, waiting for their spark. They barely touch it, nudge it around, set the fork down. You coax, but they shake their head far away. Something's different, big. Caregivers notice this first, easy to shrug, offers a mood. But when it persists, day after day, you wonder if their body's saying something hard to hear. Picture a Sunday dinner, roast chicken, gravy, all out. They used to dig in, praise you, ask for seconds. Now they sit, fork still, hands trembling. Take a bite, stop. You hope for more, but it doesn't come. It's not just a meal. It's a moment your heart sinks, realizing this isn't a phase. It shows in other ways. They loved snacking, grabbing cookies, popcorn during movies. Now the jar stays full, bowl, untouched. Coffee they savored sits cold. Habits fading are clues, a puzzle showing their body steps back from what it craved. Why this happens, the science behind it. As we age, metabolism slows, like a car easing off the highway. Near the end, it drops fast. Digestion weakens, stomach acid falls, intestines slow. Energy needs halve in the last 6 months, says the Journal of Palliative Medicine. The body focuses on heart, lungs, not food. Hormones shift. Ghrelin, hungers. Trigger, fades. The brain's appetite center quiets. Tiredness, meds. Emotions make eating a chore. Forcing food might cause nausea. Their system can't handle it. It's not your cooking. Their body says it's fine without it. Think of the body as a house in winter, heating every room early on. As resources shrink, it keeps just the fireplace going. Digestion takes a back seat, a survival trick to stretch what's left. Pain meds slow the gut. Kidneys or liver struggles zap appetite more. Over 60% of those over 80 with serious illness lose interest in food in final months, per the American Geriatric Society. It's a natural path, winding down like a clock. The digestive tract's a factory scaling back. Enzymes, muscles, nerves clock out early. The stomach grinds less. Intestines push slower. Brain skips hunger signals. It's a retreat to save energy for what matters in these days. How it might make you feel. This hits hard. Food's love, memory, family. You've cooked dishes that lit their face, and now they push it away, feeling personal. You think if they eat, they'll be okay, or blame yourself for not doing enough. Frustration, anger at them, or you, it's human. Worry gnaws. Seeing them shrink, you panic they're starving, letting them down. Setting down soup, they barely sip, your heart drops. A piece slipping you can't grab. Guilt creeps in. You replay meals, wondering if pizza or a shake might work. You recall them laughing over full plates. Now silence stings. It's a roller coaster, hurt, desperate to fix it. But it's not your effort or their will. It's their body's stage, not on you. Picture standing in the kitchen, apron on, stirring stew. You bring it over, hopeful. They look, take a bite. Stop. You want to beg, but know it won't help. That ache's real, heavy. You're trying to hold them, and when it fails, the ground shifts. You're not failing. You're loving through something unstoppable. What you can do, breathe. You're doing great showing up. Comfort's the goal, not forcing food. Offer small bites they loved. Ice cream, broth, soft bread. Keep it simple. Mashed potatoes, pudding. If they say no, don't push. Sit, share a memory of a loud family dinner. If swallowing's tough, ask the doctor about liquids like Ensure or purees. Hospice might suggest moistening lips with a cloth, lip balm, small things that matter. Set a cozy vibe, tray by the bed, soft music, make it about being together. A tiny bowl of soup says you're here. They might taste it or not, and that's fine. Love counts. Let go of guilt. You're not failing if they skip a meal. Nurture differently. Hold their hand. Play their song. Sit quietly. You're not the chef now. You're the companion, bringing comfort without a fork. Tell them about burning the turkey they ate anyway, laughing. That feeds their soul, even if the plate's empty. Imagine a picnic by their bed. Crackers. Juice. Sinatra on the radio. You're not expecting them to eat. You're creating care. A sip's great. If not, you've given time, warmth. It's adapting, showing love when old ways don't fit. You're doing more than you realize. A story from Ohio. Sarah and her dad Sunday pancakes. In Ohio, Sarah and her dad Tom had a Sunday tradition. Tom made fluffy pancakes, bacon sizzling, at the kitchen table, chatting about school, work, silly stuff. He'd flip a pancake high, Sarah giggling, even when one hit the floor. It tied them together. Then cancer hit Tom hard. He still shuffled to the stove, weaker, stubborn, keeping Sundays alive. Sarah flipped pancakes, holding joy. But one Sunday, Tom stared at his plate. Pancakes cold. Not today, kiddo, he said soft. Sarah's stomach dropped, wondering if she messed up. She tried blueberries, smaller pieces, begging for a bite. Nothing worked. He pushed the plate, hands shaking, and she felt hollow. One morning, crying over uneaten pancakes, she thought he'd stopped fighting. It felt like he was slipping, and she couldn't stop it. Then she saw his exhaustion, breath short, eyes far. It wasn't her or the pancakes. His body was shutting down. She brought one tiny pancake, sat by his bed, held his hand, talked. Remember one stuck to the ceiling, Dad. Mom was mad. He'd smile, nibble or not. It stopped mattering. One fall morning, leaves blazing, Tom said. Best pancakes ever, kiddo. Took a bite, words hugging her. Weeks later, he was gone. Sarah kept making pancakes Sundays, smiling through tears. It wasn't eating. It was love stacked over years, one flip at a time. Cold hands and feet, the body's quiet retreat. When the sign appears, you touch them, their hands icy under blankets. Feet in thick socks, stay cold. Fingers pale, nails faintly blue, toes stiff when rubbed. It's not just chilly. Their body pulls back from edges to the center. They might say their hands freeze or not notice, too worn out. Skin loses glow, turns ashen. Holding their hand, trying to warm it, the cold stays. They smile weakly or stare off. You shiver, not from weather. It's a quiet message. It starts small. Their grip weakens, cool to touch. Toes don't wiggle. When tickled, still under layers. They pull hands into sleeves, curl feet, trapping warmth slipping away. It's steady, making you wonder what's inside. Picture an afternoon, taking their hand to help up. It's really cold. Feet under a blanket. Feel the same. It keeps happening, not about the thermostat. You might not think much at first. Everyone gets cold hands. But when blankets, heaters fail, fingers stay chilly, it's more. Their body focuses inward, and you hold the edge of something unfixable, breaking down the science behind it. When nearing the end, circulation shifts. Blood moves from hands, feet, skin to heart, lungs, brain, like a tree in winter pulling sap to the trunk. The American Journal of Hospice and Palliative Care says this starts months out, heart pumping weaker, blood pressure dipping. It's peripheral. Shutdown, putting energy where it counts. Less blood means less oxygen, fingertips, toes blue. It's natural letting go, stretching final moments. Blood vessels are highways. In health, traffic buzzes, delivering warmth everywhere. As energy fades, outer roads empty, flow to vital organs. Blankets don't help. It's not heat, it's blood direction. Muscles not moving make less heat. Meds cool more. Mood might play in. It's a retreat, conserving for the journey, not a lost battle. The heart pumps less per beat, maybe 20% less, studies say. Extremities drop from 98 degrees to cooler. It's deliberate, their body choosing without knowing. It's not about cold. It's what it's built to do now. How it might impact your feelings. Holding their cold hand feels like they're drifting, shaking you. You pile blankets, crank heat, chill stays. You're powerless. It's eerie, wondering if they hurt, if you can fix it. Helplessness turns to doubt. Are you doing wrong? Normal to wrestle with. It's a role reversal. They warmed your hands as a kid, hugged you cold. Now you can't give it back stings. Rubbing their hands, still icy, you think of their care, wanting to return it. Cold blocks you, a wall unclimbed. Grief grows. Hands once strong, now frail, a reminder of change. You're torn, wanting warmth, knowing it's deeper. Feeling worry, sadness, love pushing through is okay. Picture sitting, blanket over them, hands on theirs, trying hard. They don't warm, hitting you, they're slipping where you can't follow. You cry or sit stunned. It's not just hands. It's meaning, feeling fade is raw. You're there, trying. That matters. They feel your warmth inside. Steps you can follow. Start with warmth. Use a soft blanket smelling of home. Tuck it around. Hot water bottle, heating pad low by feet, hands. Rub gently. Move blood if possible. Socks, slippers, warm towel from dryer help. Wrap them cozy, a hug they might not ask for. Make space warm every way. Light unscented candle. Play Elvis, jazz. Sit close, share heat, arm around if okay. Tell a story. Remember pulling me from a snowbank? Lightening mood. If they can't talk, stay. Your presence beats any heater. Check with doctor, hospice. Meds might slow circulation, oxygen ease things. Focus on comfort, not cure. Picture every afternoon, blanket, music, tales, or quiet, warming. Their heart, saying they're wrapped in love as their body pulls back. Say it's evening, warm pack under feet, song they hummed soft. Hold their hand, not forcing warmth, connecting. You had the best hugs, you smile. They might not answer, feel it, your care, closeness. Small act, huge, turning cold to tender. You're doing more than you know. A story from Michigan. John and his grandpa's fishing trips. In Michigan, John and Grandpa Ray shared lake summers. Packed Ray's truck with rods, caught bass, soaked sun. Ray's hands cold even in July, laughing, "Keeps fish from slipping." John gave coffee. To warm their routine, cancer took hold, trips stopped. Ray's hands stayed cold inside, heat on. John piled blankets, still ice. Freaked out. Is he okay? Adding layers, fussing. Ray smiled. "Don't worry, Johnny." John couldn't shake fear. John grabbed their fishing blanket, worn, torn, memory full, draped it over Ray, sat, talked best catches. "That big bass, you reeled like a champ." Ray lit up. "You kept me warm, son." John opened a window, played water sounds, brought the lake. Not fishing, holding what they had. Last week's, John held cold hands tight. Ray squeezed back. One evening, sun dipping, Ray whispered, "Not fish I miss, it's you." John kept the blanket close after Ray passed. Warmth never faded. Putting it all together. This is life's winter, body pulling inward, saving spark for heart. You can't Stop cold, surround it with love. Touch, memory, minute. There is a flame keeping them warm. You're their summer, a gift unmeasured. Sleeping all day, the body's call for rest, recognizing the sign. They're asleep when you rise, nap at noon, doze by supper. Drift off mid-chat, show blares to no one. Eyes won't stay open. Not lazy. Bored, body begs rest like never before. Sleeps heavy, deep, soft snores, long still stretches. Barely stir, cocooned, unreachable. Morning sun spills in. They're out, breathing slow. You call, no response, just quiet. You watch, wondering if they dream or float peacefully. Not just hours, pattern shifts. They popped awake at dawn. Coffee, chat ready. Now out cold, waking. Brief, hazy eyes, mumbled word back to sleep. Slumped in chair, head nodding, curled in bed past usual. Day shrinks, sleep takes over. Picture Saturday, pancakes, walk, TV they loved. You step in, they're under covers, still. You wait, clock ticks, they don't stir. Not a nap, a marathon, distance growing each hour gone. Creeps slow or hits fast, one day up half-time, next all day. Think they're extra tired, but when waking's rare, it's a sign. Body pulls them under. You watch it, piece by piece. Why this happens? The science behind it. Sleep recharges. Here it's power save mode. Metabolism crawls, like phone on last bar, holding juice. Organs grind weaker, brain dials back. Palliative medicine says last months, up to 20 hours sleep daily. Body says rest, no bounce back. Brain's hypothalamus, sleep-wake switch, gets sluggish. Less oxygen, meds tip into deep rest. Not sadness, giving up. Biology preps final curtain. Computer on low battery dims, cuts extras, keeps enough. Body trims to peace, rhythms off. Brain skips, get up signals, lets sleep take over. Blood flow down, energy low. System says rest is doable. Not eating, less fuel for alert. Pain, discomfort makes sleep hideout. Breathing slows, sinks new pace. Full-bodied move, not laziness, built to wind down near end. Not pulling away, nature takes wheel. Cells churn 30% less energy. Muscles rest, heart pumps softer. Brain chills. Long sleep, waking struggles. Body's last lullaby rocking them. How it might make you feel. Emotional ride. Miss their voice, laugh. Room lighting. They're there, asleep. You ache for them to wake, say what's cooking. Drifting offshore you're on. Waving, no wave back. Nudge, hope for story. They don't budge, cuts deep. If calm, no pain. Think they're okay. Guilt, sneaks, should I wake? Letting slip. Push-pull, wanting here, knowing need. Clock ticks, each minute asleep, not talking. Miss chatter, quirks, silence a stranger. Hits in waves, fine watching breathe, fighting tears, name unsaid today. Alone, losing bit by bit, normal, love against uncontrollable, okay lost. Evening, house quiet, soft snores, staring, wishing eyes open, grin, talk, remember that time, no stir, you, shadows, small, mad, sad all over. Not just sleep, fading, holding with all, even to breath sound. How you can respond, let sleep, tough, needed. When up, count it, play soft music, touch hand, tell day. Nat King Cole, rain sounds if liked. Help sit, crack window, fresh air boosts. Humming, nice day out. Even if drift again, don't force. Deep sleep, stay close. Read, To Kill a Mockingbird. Old letter, voice reaches eyes shut. Flip photos, whisper, us at lake. Toss, turn, check doc, pain, meds, tweak. Book in hand, company in quiet world. Nap when they do, step for breather, stay strong. Afternoon, asleep, music low, story ready, not waking, being there, steady they feel. Small, everything. A story from California, Emma and her mom's garden. In California, Emma, Mom Rose made backyard wonderland. Roses, sunflowers, tomatoes, planted with love. Dug together, hands dirty, laughed Rose, teasing Emma's wonky rows. Their spot. Time slowed. Iced tea. Sunshine. Rose's heart failed. Slow, sure. Slept more. Missed garden. Emma found her couch. Blanket tight. Out cold. "Mom, let's plant," Rose mumbled. "Later, honey." Dozed. Emma adrift. "Leaving already?" Stopped pushing. Brought garden magazines bedside. Flipped flowers. "Great by fence, Mom." Rose woke. Smiled. "Pretty." Slept. Emma talked. Voice bridge. Last days, pot sunflowers nearby, too late bloom. Rose stirred. "Our garden." Rose passed. Emma read spring plans, knowing Rose heard deep sleep. Weakness in the hands. When strength fades, the moment you see the sign, start small, drop spoon, fumble glasses, can't twist lid. Grows, need help standing, handwriting scribbles. Hands tough, tender, now brittle, might break squeezed. Try stubborn, sigh, stop, or don't bother, let fall. Reach cup, fingers tremble, slips. Step in, not clumsiness, strength fading, body letting go. Muscles need energy, signals. End, both low. Body eats muscle for fuel, burns chairs, wood gone. Gerontology says muscle drops 12% yearly after 70, here crashes fast. Weak bed zaps 10% strength. Brain signals weaken, nerves stutter, bad phone line. Less blood, oxygen, hands can't do. Not willpower, biology winds down. How it could affect you emotionally cuts deep. Hands built world, held close. Fail, feels losing already. Help, hurts pride, frustration, guilt, sadness. Okay, what you should. Do support, don't take. Steady hand sip, use big handled tools, grab dropped. Shift gently stuck. Tell how hands shaped. Taught me bike with these. Light exercises if can, hold. Their strength now. In Brooklyn, Mike, Uncle Joe fixed pipes, chairs, all. Joe's hands magic, Mike learned side. Arthritis, stroke hit, Joe couldn't grip tool. Mike brought toolbox. Mrs. Rossi's sink, laughed old jobs. Last day's birdhouse maid kept connected. Becoming quieter. The sound of silence. How to recognize the sign. You've probably noticed it creeping in. Their voice, once full of joy, advice, or laughter, fades to a whisper, then maybe nothing at all. They nod instead of talking, stare, off instead of chatting. You ask, "How are you?" and get a shrug, if anything. It's not them being rude, their energy's turning inward. Speaking takes a lot. Lungs, vocal cords, brain all working together. As their body winds down, that system starts to fray. Neurology studies say the brain's language areas slow with less blood flow, dropping about 30% in function near the end. It's called terminal withdrawal, where their mind reflects, letting go of the need to speak. It's not rejection. It's a kind of peace settling in. That silence can hit you hard. You miss their stories, their spark, and it feels like they're shutting you out. Fear creeps in, loneliness too, and tears are normal. You're not alone in feeling this way. It's love running up against something you can't change. What can you do? Join them in the quiet. Sit close, play something they love, maybe Sinatra or soft jazz. Read a book aloud, show old photos, or just be there. If they talk, listen with all you've got. If not, your presence speaks louder than words. It's about connection, not fixing. The silence. A story from Georgia. Lisa and Aunt May's porch talks. Let's head to a small town in Georgia, where Lisa and her Aunt May had a ritual that warmed the soul. Every evening they'd sit on the front porch, rocking chairs creaking, swapping stories about farm life, family recipes, or the time May outran a rooster. May's voice carried, full of sass and wisdom, and Lisa soaked it up, laughing till her sides hurt. Those talks were their glue, tying them through years of ups and downs. Then COPD settled into May's lungs, stealing her breath bit by bit. At first, she still held court on the porch, voice weaker but stories flowing. Lisa would bring sweet tea, hoping to keep things normal. But one evening, May just rocked, staring at the sunset, barely saying a word. "You okay, Aunt May?" Lisa asked, heart sinking. May nodded, lips tight, and that was it. The porch felt empty without her chatter, and Lisa wondered if she'd done something wrong. She tried prompting, asking about old tales, but May's answers grew shorter, then stopped. Lisa felt lost, like May was drifting somewhere she couldn't follow. One night she broke down, crying in her car, thinking, "She's leaving me and I can't reach her." But then she noticed May's eyes still lit up at certain songs or photos, even if she didn't speak. So Lisa changed her approach. She brought a radio to the porch, playing hymns May loved, humming along softly. She'd pull out a photo album, point to a picture, and say, "This was us at the fair, remember?" May might nod or just look, but Lisa kept going, filling the quiet with love. One evening, May reached for Lisa's hand, squeezed it, and whispered, "You're my girl." It was barely audible, but it hit Lisa like a hug. A few weeks later, May passed, but Lisa kept rocking on that porch, humming those hymns, feeling May close. Lisa learned May didn't need words. She needed her there. Those silent evenings weren't empty. They were full of everything they'd built together. It's what Lisa holds on to now, knowing she gave May peace in the quiet. What you can do. Don't fight the silence, lean into it. Pull up a chair, hold their hand, and let them feel you're there. Play music they'd hum along to, maybe some old standards or gospel. Read them a favorite story or letter, even if they don't respond. Your voice is a bridge. Show them a photo and say, "This is us at the lake, wasn't that fun?" If they're restless, check with the doctor. Meds or discomfort might need tweaking. Your job isn't to make them talk, but to make them feel loved. Picture sitting with them, radio low, sharing a memory, or just breathing together. It's small but huge, wrapping them in warmth they feel deep down. And take care of yourself too. Step out for a quick walk, call a friend, or rest when they do. You're not abandoning them. You're staying strong for both of you. You're doing more than you know, and they sense it, even in the quiet. Bringing it together. Words might fade, but love doesn't. You're their echo, filling the silence with warmth. Every moment you're there, you're saying, "I'm with you." It's life's soft close, and you're making it beautiful with your heart. Keep showing up. You're their voice now, and that's everything. Confusion. When the mind wanders. Reading the sign. It starts with little things, like calling you the wrong name or mentioning a pet long gone. Then it gets bigger. They talk about decades past. Wait for people who aren't coming or ask, "Who are you?" That one stings, their eyes searching, lost. It's not just forgetting, their minds unmooring, drifting free. Science backs this up. Brain blood flow drops about 20%, starving memory and reasoning, says the Lancet. Toxins build, meds cloud things, and 70% of folks get confused near the end. It's their mind wandering, not them pushing you away. Hearing, "Who are you?" can feel like you're erased, and it hurts. Anger, sorrow, helplessness, it's all normal. You're not wrong to feel the weight of it. It's love facing something tough. What can you do? Step into their world. If they think it's 1960, talk about that time. Show photos, play music they loved, keep it calm, and say, "You're safe." Don't try to fix their mind. Meet them where they are, holding their hand through the fog. A story from Chicago. Tom and his dad's Cubs games. In Chicago, Tom and his dad, Frank, were all about the Cubs. Every summer, they'd head to Wrigley Field, hot dogs in hand, cheering loud enough to wake the neighbors. Frank knew every player's stats, reciting them like a preacher at a pulpit. And Tom loved it, soaking up every game like a sponge. Those days at the ballpark were their bond, stitched together with laughter and sunburns. Then Frank's heart started failing. Slow but steady. At first, he'd still talk Cubs, weaker but eager, watching games on TV with Tom. But one day, Frank looked at Tom, puzzled, and said, "Where's my buddy Tommy?" Tom froze. Tommy was his childhood nickname, not used in years. "I'm right here, Dad," he said. But Frank's eyes were blank, like he was looking through him. It hit Tom hard, like losing his dad while he was still breathing. He tried correcting Frank, showing recent photos, but it frustrated them both. Tom felt helpless, angry even, thinking, how can he not know me? One night, he sat in his truck, head in hands, wondering if he was failing. But then he remembered how Frank's face lit up at old game stories, even if he didn't know Tom's name. So Tom shifted gears. He dug out old scorecards from their Wrigley days, sat by Frank's bed, and started narrating. "Remember that. Homer in '78, Dad. We spilled soda everywhere." Frank smiled, nodded, like he was back in the stands. Tom brought a radio, played Cubs broadcasts, and talked as if they were there. One day, Frank grabbed his hand, eyes clear for a moment, and said, "Good game, Tommy." Tom choked up. It was enough. Frank passed soon after, but Tom kept those scorecards, a piece of their field forever. Tom learned Frank's mind wasn't gone. It was just wandering, and he could walk alongside. Those bedside games weren't about fixing memory, but keeping their love alive. What you can do. Don't argue with their reality. Join it. If they're in the past, ask about it. What was their favorite dance back then? Pull out a photo album and say, "This is you at the beach. Look at that smile." Play music from their youth, maybe Elvis or Motown, to ground them. Keep your voice calm, reassuring. "You're safe with me." If they're agitated, talk to the doctor. Meds or pain might be stirring things up. Picture sitting together, flipping through pictures, humming a tune, letting them feel your love, even if they don't know your name. It's not about clarity. It's about connection. Take a breather when you need it. This is heavy, and stepping out for a coffee doesn't mean you're giving up. You're their guide, and you're doing it with all your heart, bringing it together. Their mind might roam, but you're their guide. Your love cuts through the fog, like a light on a winding path. Every photo, every soft word says, "I'm here." You're walking with them, and that's what makes this journey beautiful. Irregular breathing, the body's final rhythm. Breaths turn wild, fast, slow, or pausing long enough to scare you. Sometimes there's a rattle, or they barely breathe at all. It's called chain of Stokes. Deep breaths, then nothing, then back again. You count, wait, watch, heart pounding. The brainstem, which controls breathing, gets tired and signals weaken. The chest journal says 80% of people shift this way near the end. Fluid builds in the lungs, the heart slows, and breathing eases off. It looks rough, but it's calm for them, not painful. Those pauses can panic you, thinking, "Is this it?" Relief when they breathe again mixes with dread. It's a lot, and it's okay to feel it all. Fear, hope, everything in between. What can you do? Prop them up with pillows to help them breathe easier. Open a window for fresh air, hold their hand and speak softly or hum a tune. Be there, steady as a rock. If the rattle's bad, check with the doctor. They might adjust meds or suggest oxygen. It's about comfort, not stopping what's natural. A story from Miami. Anna and Jack's dance nights. In Miami, Anna and Jack were the couple who never stopped dancing. Every Saturday, they'd hit the local hall, swaying to big band tunes, Jack spinning Anna like they were kids. Their laughter filled the room, and Anna swore Jack's smile could light up the city. Those nights were their heartbeat, keeping them young through decades. Then Jack's heart started giving out, slow but sure. At first, he'd still hum along to their songs, tapping his foot from the couch. But one night, Anna noticed his breathing change. Fast, then slow, with pauses that made her stomach drop. She'd count the seconds, whispering, "Come on, Jack. Breathe." It was terrifying, like he was slipping away mid-song. She tried to stay calm, but her hands shook, and she wondered if she was losing him right then. Anna asked the hospice nurse, who explained it was Cheney-Stokes. Normal at this stage, not painful. Still, it shook her. She'd sit by his bed watching, his chest, feeling helpless. One day, she brought their old radio, played their favorite swing tune, and held his hand. "Remember our first dance, Jack? You stepped on my toes." He opened his eyes, smiled faintly, and his breathing seemed to steady for a moment. Anna started swaying, humming, as if they were back on the dance floor. In Jack's final days, his breaths grew fainter, but Anna kept the music on, swaying gently. One evening, as the song ended, Jack took a soft breath, smiled, and was gone. Anna kept dancing in her kitchen after, radio on, knowing Jack was with her in every step. Anna learned those uneven breaths weren't the enemy. They were Jack's body finding its rhythm. Her job was to dance alongside, keeping their love loud. What you can do. Stay calm, even when it's hard. Prop them up to ease breathing. Maybe crack a window for a breeze. Hold their hand, hum a song they loved, or just talk softly. I'm right here. Your voice is a lifeline, even if they don't respond. If the rattle or pauses worry you, call the doctor. They can help with meds or oxygen. Picture sitting there, a soft tune playing, your hand in theirs, being their anchor in this rhythm. It's not about stopping the pauses, but being present through them. Take a moment for yourself when it's heavy. A quick walk or a deep breath keeps you steady for them. You're their heartbeat, and you're doing more than you know. Bringing it together. Breaths might fade, but your love stays loud. You're with them in this final rhythm, holding their hand through life's end. Every touch, every hum says, I'm here. You're their heart, and that's everything in this sacred time. 8. Loss of control. When the body lets go. Accidents start. Wet sheets, lost bowels. It's sudden, messy, and they might blush or not even notice. Their body's not holding on anymore. Muscles and nerves fail as energy runs out. Signals miss. They mock. It's incontinence, a natural part when the body stops fighting. This is tough, messy, sad, frustrating for you, and maybe embarrassing for them. Their shame, your strain, it's real, and it's okay to feel it. What can you do? Use diapers, wipes, gloves, and clean with care, saying, it's okay, I've got you. If it fits, crack a gentle joke to lighten the mood. Rest when you need to. This is heavy work. You're giving them dignity in a moment that's hard, and that's pure love. A story from Portland, David and Martha's garden days. In Portland, David and Martha were all about their garden. Every spring they'd plant roses, tomatoes, and herbs, hands in the dirt, teasing each other about who had the greener thumb. Martha's laugh would carry across the yard, and David swore it made the flowers grow. Their garden was their sanctuary, a place of joy through years of life's ups and downs. Then dementia crept into Martha's mind, and her body started slipping too. At first, she'd still potter in the garden, slower but smiling. But one day, David found her upset, sheets wet, clothes soiled. She looked away, cheeks red, mumbling, I'm sorry. David's heart broke. He hated seeing her ashamed. He tried to brush it off, but it kept happening, and it wore him down. Cleaning up felt endless, and he'd lie awake, frustrated, wondering if he could keep going. He talked to a hospice nurse who said this was normal, muscles letting go as energy faded. It helped David see it wasn't Martha's fault. He started using diapers, wipes, keeping things gentle. No big deal, honey, we're a team, he'd, say, and sometimes he'd tease, guess it's time for these roses to bloom. Martha would chuckle, easing the tension. He'd bring a garden glove to her bedside, talking about their best harvests, keeping their connection alive. One morning, Martha reached for his hand, soil still under her nails, and said, You're my sunshine. She passed soon after, but David kept tending their garden, knowing every petal held her. He learned those accidents didn't define her. Their love did, and he gave her dignity through it all. What you can do, approach it with kindness. Get supplies, diapers, wipes, gloves, and clean gently, saying, I've got you, no worries. If they're embarrassed, keep it light. Maybe a soft joke like, we've seen worse, right? Check with the doctor if it's frequent. They might suggest ways to ease discomfort. Set up a routine to make it less stressful, and take breaks when you're worn out. Picture cleaning up, then sitting with them, talking about a happy memory, keeping it about love, not the mess. You're giving them grace in a tough moment. Rest when you can. This takes a lot, and a quick nap or chat with a friend recharges. You're their strength, and you're doing something sacred. Bringing it together. Life loops. We need help at both ends. These moments are messy, but you're giving dignity, pure and strong. Every gentle word, every careful touch says, you're still you. You're their love in this chaos, and that's everything. Weak pulse, the heart's quiet. Farewell pulse fades. Weak, uneven, hard to find. Their hands chill, and the heart whispers instead of beats. You feel that flutter, and it stops you. Cold. The heart's tiring, pumping less, slipping into bradycardia or arrhythmia. Blood pressure falls. Energy saves for what's vital. It's not pain. It's rest coming. A natural shift. This is raw. Fear, grief, maybe peace if they've been hurting. You're there for the end, and it's big, heavy with love and loss. What can you do? Hold them close. Talk softly. I love you. Wrap them in blankets. Play music they cherished. And just be. If it's too much, step out for a breath. Then come back. You're not abandoning them. Your presence is their comfort, carrying them through. A story from Miami. Anna and Jack's dance nights. In Miami, Anna and Jack were dance floor legends. Every weekend they'd glide to swing music, Jack twirling Anna under the lights. Their rhythm was magic, and Anna said Jack's heartbeat kept time for every step. Those dances were their love story, written in spins and smiles. When Jack's heart began failing, the dances stopped, but not their spirit. Anna would play their songs, and Jack's fingers would tap, even in bed. One day, she checked his pulse, barely there, his hands cold. Her stomach dropped, knowing time was short. She'd press her fingers to his wrist, counting beats, scared. Each might be the last. It was overwhelming, and she'd cry quietly, not wanting to let go. The hospice nurse explained the heart was slowing, saving energy, not painful. Anna decided to make every moment count. She brought their radio, played their favorite tune, and held Jack's hand. Feel that beat, honey? We're still dancing. His eyes flickered, a faint smile. She'd wrap him in blankets, sway by the bed, singing softly. One night, as the music played, Jack's pulse faded, but he squeezed her hand, smiled, and took his last breath. Anna kept the radio, dancing in their kitchen, feeling Jack in every note. Anna learned that weak pulse wasn't the end of their love. It was a quiet farewell. She gave him music and warmth, carrying their dance to the last step. What you can do: stay close, hold their hand, and say what matters. I love you, always. Keep them warm with blankets. Play their favorite song, maybe something slow and sweet. Your voice, your touch, is their anchor. If it feels heavy, step out for a moment, breathe, then return. You're still there for them. Check with the doctor if you're worried. They might adjust meds for comfort. Picture sitting, music low, your hand in theirs, being their steady beat. It's not about stopping the fade, but loving them through it. Take care of yourself too. This is big, and a quick rest or talk with someone helps you stay strong. You're their heart, and you're giving everything. Bringing it together, tut. Heart might quiet, but your love roars. You're there for their last beats, holding them through life's close. Every moment you stay says, you're my everything. You're their final song, and that's a gift beyond measure. Caring for someone you love at life's end is hard but sacred. We've covered 9 signs showing they're in their final chapter. From eating less to a faint pulse. These changes mean their body's slowing, natural though it feels heavy. You might worry you're not doing enough when they skip meals or grow quiet. But here's the truth. It's not about fixing things. It's about being there. Every moment you sit with them, share a story, or hold their hand, gives them love and comfort. That's what matters most, and you're doing it. Feeling sad, frustrated, or even relieved is okay. It shows you care. Don't go it alone. Grab a coffee with a friend or take a walk to recharge. You're honoring their life, saying, you matter with every touch. You're incredible, and your love lights their way home. Keep going, one gentle moment at a time. Want more tips and stories? Subscribe to Oldy Talks for support on this journey. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Oldy Talks.